I think we're live, man.
Yeah, man. I think we are too. I think it's working now. I can see it.
Right on. Sorry, guys. We had technical difficulties going on.
All right, now we can start this up right
Yeah,
with the live stream.
live streams going on. What is up out there in YouTube land, Cannon family? It is your host Dustin with two buds in a jar, and with me back in the background, munching down on some edibles. We got Harry Cola doing what he does best, getting high. And we're going to talk about some things, all sorts of things today. We're going to make this a new thing, start doing different live streams. So, I guess the first crazy thing we can talk about is honestly, what do you think about these drones, Harry? I mean, people think they're aliens, people think they're
I don't know,
government
man.
conspiracies,
Um,
people think they're China spying on us.
there are so many different possibilities, and what if it's all of it? What if it's a little bit of everything?
That is true. You know,
What do
you,
we call them?
I guess what I'm guessing is that Russia, I guess, quit their treaty at one point, so now they're more focused on seeing if Russia has any nuclear arms. I'm not sure the validity to that. Really, they also think it's China spying on us. You know, and I've also heard tales of it being America searching if Russia has any nuclear weapons on us. So I'm not really sure, Harry. I mean, it is a question that answers or seems to lead on to a bunch of other ones. Where the fuck do these things come from?
And
You
the
know?
size of these drones too.
Yeah.
These are not the kinds of drones that your average hobbyist can just obtain and fly around.
Yeah, you're definitely not going to find these things at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? These are ones people are unable to afford, and they have trajectory and fly off in different directions that some people don't even understand how they move that way. But it's military grade technology.
Well, from what I understand, there are a bunch of different kinds, and that's why I think it's probably a little bit of all kinds of different. But it's probably all geared towards different tests that they're running. That's confidential, and they're just not going to leak that information until years, 20 years down the line.
See, that's what I'm thinking. There's a lot of things that go on that we don't know about as civilians. And I think that's what they're doing, man. I think it's another thing to see if maybe Russia threatened us and have nuclear weapons over US, and that's what they're checking out, you know?
Who knows? Maybe they have some really awesome hologram technology that they want to use these drones for.
That's true, too. Maybe your government's just testing out things. I don't know. To me, our government's always been kind of sketchy, personally. It's kind of how I feel.
I mean,
You know,
I get it, but man, it's rough.
never trust Big Brother, you know. Always trust yourself and your best judgment. But it's to interpret it. What do you guys out there think about drones? These drones are awesome. They have all sorts of different powers as far as moving backwards, moving forwards, appearing, reappearing. People's giving them all
Weren't they shooting in
superstitious
the
powers.
water too?
Yeah, they were. That's where they came from. I think they definitely came from the water. And I mean, personally, I think it's our military. If I had to guess, I think it's our military doing things or maybe surveying the state, seeing if there's any crap that we have to worry about.
There's always a fun theory that it could be some kind of species that lives in the depths of the water. Maybe they're shooting out drones to check on us, see what we're doing up here.
That could be a possibility. I wouldn't doubt it. They could be, or they could just be seeing what the fuck we're doing. You never know. Their government's strange. It's a strange time we're living in because you got this going on, and then you got these crazy fires going on in Los Angeles. And, a lot of billionaires are losing their homes. It is clearing a lot of properties that wouldn't otherwise have got bought because, I mean, like, look at Michael Jackson's real estate. It's like a 20 million or $20 billion, and it's been sitting empty for like I think 5 to 8 years roughly. I mean, who the hell's going to buy that? Who can afford that? And honestly, it's probably going to burn down at this point, which is unfortunate. But
No.
they do have a lot of dry debris that they do not seem to want to remove. And what's going to happen in hot, dry, arid temperatures when you don't remove this stuff? It's just going to act as fucking kindling
Yeah,
at that point for like a fire.
I think it was on Rogan's podcast. He was talking about the firefighters there, like the good ones were saying, like it's so dry out there that a few sparks in the wrong direction and the whole place is going to go up.
Yeah, see, that's insane that they don't do something to prevent it. Now you got people having to evacuate their homes because they're being burnt down. You have people going back for their pets and stuff. It's horrible. I mean, I wouldn't want to live in Los Angeles, to be honest. It seems like the city of dreams, but Los Angeles stands for Lost Angels, and it seems like where everybody goes for those hopes and dreams, but it just blows up in their asshole ultimately, like a package of C4. So it just ends up being, roughly a bad situation and bad life choice. Think like, oh, I'm going to create this wonderful life and move my happy ass to California or Los Angeles, and then,
Maybe back in the 60s when it was still cool.
yeah,
I don't even know if it was like really cool back then because I wasn't alive. I could just assume that it might have been cooler back then when the hippies were around.
I agree, man. It probably was a lot cooler. It was a lot chiller spot. I imagine the vibe was really chill. There was a lot of peaceful protesting going on at that particular time because of the Vietnam War. But I mean, if we could take that to today's day and age, I think it would be a pretty, chill vibe, I guess. You got a bunch of things going on, people changing, different groups getting together. So, ultimately, but outside of that, I don't know what the hell they're going to do to put these fires out, Harry. They said they only have 8% of the motherfucker contained.
It's 2024, and we haven't updated our fire trucks. Like, we could use sound to put out fires. We don't need water. We could use sound to put out fires. The right frequency can drown out fire. Why are we still using water?
I don't know. There's also powders and all sorts of different applications. Like they're just
we don't need just water. No, the only way. There are other ways, and if we upgraded our equipment and stopped always thinking inside this little box and said, well, there are these other start implementing. That costs spending money. Do that.
Exactly. Nobody wants to spend money for the greater good. They want to spend $20 billion on a fucking home and sell it to somebody there. And that's really what that place is. It's about real estate. And right now that real estate is burning to the ground, which, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's very sad and unfortunate. It's horrible for anybody's home to burn down. But in a way, it's hard to tell anymore with Hollywood and the way things are there too. It's much like the government. You can't trust that this just happened for a freak fucking accident.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of coincidences that line up, and when there's too many coincidences, it stops becoming a coincidence.
Yeah. I think it mostly becomes, just something that somebody did, if you will, man. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards. That's just my personal belief, guys, out there in YouTube land. I think somebody definitely started these fires, or, news can tell you whatever, but I mean, were you there? Did you, for yourself?
Houses that went up all had these smart devices on the homes.
Yeah.
And the ones that didn't have the smart devices didn't go up. So, I mean, that might be some kind of connection there.
That is quite crazy, I must say.
If it's true.
I don't know. I know it's targeted a lot of. I know Paris Hilton was one of them. Her house burned down. There's quite a bit of other people that I can't remember specifically right now because I ate a lot of edible cookies myself. But there's a lot of people, a lot of people. We made some great episodes on a more brighter topic. We made some great episodes. We got some great content coming for 2025, Canna Family. So just stay tuned. Bear with us. We're going through some changes here. We getting more technology going on with the channel. We're getting better equipment, and we're applicating different things to this channel. So Munchie Monday is going to be one of them. You're going to love Munchie Monday. It's going to show you how to infuse just about everything with your favorite plant. And we know YouTube loves this content. This is for the Canna family and YouTube, of course, because they love it so much. I gotta
Oh,
say.
it's their favorite. They
Yeah.
love every video we upload.
Yeah.
They're so happy to
Yeah.
smash that age restriction
Yeah,
button.
age restriction plus one. Sometimes Harry Cole always goes that one extra step and gets that plus one.
I'm really good at doing that.
Yeah,
Really good at
you
it.
always look and see an age restriction plus one. And I just laugh and appeal it anyway. But I don't know. We're getting to a day and age, man. And the world's a scary place. I feel like it's going to hell in a handbasket. You know?
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
It is a crazy world just to sit back and watch it all happen.
You got drones going on. You have all that crazy stuff we're not going to get into that happened with, our now former president, Donald Trump. And then you have the drones going on.
The Elon Musk thing that happened with the video game.
The Elon Musk and the video game thing going on.
That Osmond Gold got himself involved in that one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you're rich and can afford a lot of people to play games for you and cheat. I mean, it's not good. You should just play games anyway.
I mean,
But
somebody like Elon doesn't have time to really sit there and grind out a character for 8 or 10 hours a day. He's trying to manage all these things realistically, so it's like, and he's got a big oven with a lot of pots and pans cooking.
yeah, he really does. They really do have Elon Musk doing a lot of things, and him himself does it a lot. He's created a lot of different things, and he's got his hands in a lot of different cookie jars going on. So I'm sure he doesn't have time to really, game away like most gamers.
Yeah, shoot, man, imagine like on your favorite game, you could just like have people like a multiplayer game. You just like pay people to give you backup. So if somebody tries to mess with you, like you got backup.
Yeah, yeah.
That'd be awesome.
I gotta say, it does. It is really helpful. But I want to get into today, too, besides all these little weird topics going on in the world, drones and Trump and Elon Musk cheating at video games, and half the world's on fire. It's so unfortunate. But back to, what we're doing here in 2025 on Two Butts in a Jar. We're going to bring you guys a lot of different content. We're going to have a lot of new things going on, a lot of different videos. We're going to be streaming now. We're going to do these live streams where it's just a hangout sesh where the Canna family can come view our videos or talk to us, ask questions live. We're going to probably be doing that every Monday. I wouldn't see why. Monday is usually when we set up, we film, we do quite a few videos. Right now, we've already probably been filming for roughly about 8-9 hours today, and we just jumped on because we love YouTube. We're dedicated to it. I gotta say that, and the Canna family. We love you guys out there. You guys are amazing. You keep our channel going, but we want to applicate more live streams and more interactions with our viewers. We've been putting off a lot of shorts. Harry's been putting off a lot of shorts. We've also been doing a lot of videos. We try to keep it entertaining for you guys. Sometimes Harry Cola can be goofy. Sometimes you'll see me being goofy. Sometimes we're giving you serious knowledge and rundowns about your garden and different videos about, freak mutations. We're trying to give you anything and everything that you want necessarily for a cannabis channel. We're trying to make it all in one because between the both of us, we have quite a bit of years of extensive knowledge with both horticulture, agriculture, plants, and cannabis specifically. So, with that being said, we want to bring this to you because there's a lot of people who have a lot of questions, whether it's about glass pipes, whether it's about concentrates, whether it's about edibles, whether it's about growing, and we want to bring all the things to the spectrum and the table and show you guys that, broke down, it isn't that complicated. It's a little easier to understand when you have somebody just in front of you like I am you guys right now, or Harry is in front of you guys right now. And it's a little easier to understand when somebody's breaking down and simplifying it. Because as much as you try to research any topic, no one really breaks it down and simplifies and tells you why. And that's kind of what we're trying to do. Now, of course, we're not trying to make oversimplistic content. There is definitely our videos where we have fun. There's definitely our videos that are intricate, but however, our videos have grown and evolutionized over time. And that's what this live stream that we're bringing to you kind of is. We're using more technology in order to get more in contact with our viewers, you know, to feel more closer to you guys as a community and as creators. So we're trying to use live stream, OBS. OBS isn't what it's called.
Yeah, and eventually I'll actually bring the power cord for the computer if I don't forget it next time. This will be a lot better because we'll be able to communicate back to you.
Yeah, right now we can't see you guys if you're commenting how many viewers we have, anything of that nature, just because there was a cord mishap. But, you know, Harry has to grab a lot of equipment. So, you know, that's just usually how it is, Canna family. Harry can be forgetful sometimes, but can't we all? We all smoke and we live in the clouds, so it's the best way to live our life, and sometimes shit just happens, guys. So we're going to bring you guys a lot more better content coming up. And as you can see, if you're a new viewer to our channel, all from our old videos up to our new videos, it's night and fucking day difference, Canna family. Night and day difference. That's because we first hit this being Mr. Rogers of YouTube. You know, we're trying to follow YouTube guidelines, and we realized quickly that there is no way to do that because YouTube does not like us. The reason why they don't is because we cover anything and everything to do with cannabis. And to them, cannabis is harmful and, you know, considered, you know, what's it called? What the fuck do they? Yeah, dangerous and harmful. So, you know.
Look out, YouTube. There's some bushes outside. You might jump out and get you.
Yeah, look out for the fucking giggle bush, YouTube. It grows in a tent and bothers no one, but lo and fucking behold, you have a problem with it all the time.
I could see that like some of the compounds used in gardening could be potentially dangerous. You don't want to get that stuff on your skin.
Well, yeah, but we're not telling them to go in the grow room and like huff ether or fucking CO2 canisters or some shit, you know? We're just being like, hey, this is what neem oil is. This is what it's applicated for if you don't know. And, you know, it's all right if you didn't know. At one point, I didn't know what the hell neem oil was, you know?
I could see a danger in that, but I mean, you could be cooking food and cut your finger. That's dangerous too.
Well, hell yeah. I mean, every day you get up and drive in your car, you know, yeah, hell yeah, it can, you know. But a plant growing in a tent, so we do it out of passion. We do it out of love for the plant. You know, we love the community that we've created, that, you know, and the type of content we bring to you guys, you know. We enjoy doing it. Me and Harry's known each other for what, 6, 7 years now?
It's been a long time.
About 7. Yeah. And, you know, we've had this idea I did in the beginning of, you know, this, and I ran it past Harry and he thought it was a great idea too. And we worked together. Now, back in the beginning, if you can see our first videos, like I was saying, before I got sidetracked because I'm a stoner and that happens. But anyway, we have our old videos and we have our new ones. And as you can see, there's night and day difference. Unfortunately for us, most of our popular videos happen to be our older videos. And they were the like,
rougher ones?
Oh God, they were rough, some of them. Yeah, I gotta say, you know, I mean, they were all shot and edited well, you know. It's just the footage is rough because we had a shitty camera.
Well, I think we were
potato.
We were still new at YouTube. Our
Yeah.
were rough. The potato can, that was awful.
That thing was ass, guys. That thing shot such worse footage. It was horrible. Like, I don't know. It looked like VHS footage, like tape recorder footage from the 90s, man. A lot of people liked it. Some people said they loved the 90s vibe. I was like, oh shit. I just apologized for it because I'm like, I know, man. We're working on the equipment. They're like, no, we love it. I'm like, yeah, it's like vintage YouTube. I get it. We all miss that old YouTube, and that's the fucking truth. We all miss YouTube before Google took it over, made it a whole shit fucking show.
It's
we really do.
YouTube.
Yeah.
It's not really YouTube.
Yeah.
Because now it's more about the ad corporate part.
Yeah, I don't feel like you have any really freedom as a creator. Like if they could age restrict this live stream and probably shut it down because we're talking
Yeah,
about.
it might be shut down right now.
Yeah,
They're like,
yeah.
shut it down. They're talking about this. They're talking shit.
And I swear, guys, they're like, soon as, like, we'll shoot the videos, right? Harry will go home, edit that shit, post it up, and I swear to God, they have a picture of us right there. And it says, if these assholes upload age restrict their shit, I don't care if they're teaching you how to grow tomatoes.
For them.
Yeah. Yeah.
AI they upload anything. I don't care if it's a rabbit. Just go
Yeah.
ahead and age restrict
Yeah.
it.
Oh, they made a video on how to sew a whole fuck them age restriction +1. Like, you know, all the time, bro, all the time. And I mean, I get it. Some of our videos are educational. Some of them are, yeah, we're taking a lot of weed to the face, me primarily. But there's a few of them where Harry, yeah, Harry, yeah, the wheel of torching down. If you guys haven't seen that video, my God, bro, I created this wheel, right? And I went hard because we have high tolerances. So I'm like, I want it to be like good, but not devastating. But don't get me wrong, there was a few that you could land on that was just absolute devastation. And let me tell you what, every time he spun that wheel, man, devastation. Like it was almost like it was rigged, but it was the first time me ever creating a gaming wheel. I had no idea what the hell I was doing. I just made sure it spinned and looked like a gaming wheel and looked pretty good. I spent a couple hours on it, and then it just, I don't know, it wasn't in Harry's favor. He got slammed with cannabis
Everything
hits.
on the wheel.
Yeah,
Everything on the
everything. Yeah, there was one that said do everything on the wheel. Oh my
I got
God.
it like 3 times in a row, and I was just done. I was like, man, God, everything off the wheel was a lot.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was just one video. So we have videos like that, so I can see why they're age restricted, you know. But you know, you have KidTube, whatever the hell that is. They have YouTube for kids. So why don't you just, you know, if it's for kids, you know, keep them over there and keep adults on YouTube.
Here's my thought and why I keep trying to bring up, in at least my latest videos, I keep saying, you know, hashtag where's my YouTube, my horticulture category YouTube. And the reason I'm saying that is because, you know, we have these categories, there's these categories that exist. And if your advertisers don't want it to be on horticulture content and you had a category for horticulture, maybe, you know, 8 out of the 10 advertisers don't want to be on that kind of content, but these 2 will. Well, then these 2 can go in there and these 8 don't. That limits the amount of monetization you can get through doing that category, but then, you know, you can still have some. And you can have horticulture on the platform, and then that could open it up more to other, you know, categories too, for other creators that are sitting there like, well, where's my category, YouTube?
Yeah, because yeah, exactly. And that's good because, you know, there are people that make, you know, plant content and it isn't about weed and they're still getting smacked with bullshit. And it's like they're talking about tomato plants. They're not even talking about cannabis.
They made a couple episodes about, you know, cannabis because that's their thing is horticulture, but I just don't get why it's so demonized. Why, I mean, it has been for a long time, but we should be coming out of that now. It shouldn't still, like, you don't realize that it's just a plant.
Yeah, and let me tell you, if you're thinking about being a weed tuber or a canna creator is what I like to call it. Yeah, canna creator, man. But if you're thinking about being anything like that, know that it's a hard road. Know that everything you upload, everything you do solely relies on your audience. You guys watching right now, and you guys that watch our video, you guys that comment every day, you guys are the reason why that's in the algorithm. You guys are solely the reason why we exist out there. It's not because we make videos and upload them. We can upload 50 videos in a day. Hell, there was one day I uploaded 20 shorts. you know?
Did you get a strike for that, or they
No.
restricted for a
Yeah,
couple days?
yeah, they're like, you need to chill out. You done uploaded 20. And I'm like, well, I'm trying to get views and you keep age restricting me, basically. And just know that it's going to be hard. There is no space anymore for this type of content, but we're not going to let it die. We're not going to quit. We're not going to get discouraged. And just know if you go and you create, cannabis content or a type of content that isn't necessarily deemed good on their YouTube AI algorithm system, they're going to shit on it and it's going to be difficult for you. Being a YouTuber is really difficult. It's not as easy as just turning on a camera and getting behind a camera. Like right now, every time we film a video, there's a lot of equipment. There's a lot of things and behind the scenes strings that get pulled and buttons that get pushed that you guys don't see that creates what you see before you in your living room, and just know that YouTube's against us with every step, and they will be against you if you're making content that you're passionate about, but YouTube may not be. And that's very important. Bitching about mostly here is because they do not have you do certain things on their platform, which I understand. They don't want hate speech, which is totally understandable. They don't want certain things like violence and things, which I feel is totally understandable because the world's violent enough. If you want violence, instead of going on YouTube, go watch a horror movie, something like that. I don't know. But anyway, point is, YouTube really activity in this type of culture, and that's what this is. It's a lifestyle, it's a culture, it's a movement. We are cannabis users and we all have different lifestyles, different belief systems, different things, but we're all different taste in music, but we are all a community and we are all as one. And I feel like if we act as one and really push this toward YouTube, maybe they'll open a fucking, category for horticulture.
Well,
Maybe they'll,
it's not just horticulture either, because you got to think about all like the people who do the firearms, the people who do, there's so many
That's
other
true.
different categories
Firearms.
we're probably not even able to think about, but there are other ones too that you really need to be thought about as like to open it up, so like more things can be done through the platform. And if it's going to be a big problem, well, that's why we have a category, so it's not a big problem.
Yeah, I mean, us as Americans has always had a giant problem with censorship, and they can't really necessarily do that because you're taking away a freedom of press and speech as our First Amendment. The Second Amendment is the right to bear arms against a tyrannical government, but we are allowed to have firearms. You can't tell us if, because in gun videos, I noticed, you can't have drum clips. You can't shoot those fake human torsos if they have red in it. And it's just like, man, how Walt Disney and girly can we get here on this YouTube? Because YouTube used to be good. I mean, it used to be a place with just solely music videos, but my bad, go ahead.
And I think too, like I know that YouTube wants to be able to compete with stuff like Hollywood, but if you want to be able to compete with like Hollywood and cable and movies, well, one, people need funding. Two, to be able to do that kind of stuff, like we need more of like an FCC kind of rating and not like a Barney rating.
Yeah, because I mean, not you guys, but YouTube wants us to be like Mr. Rogers, and I mean, look at me. Do I look like fucking Mr. Rogers? No. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to act like I am. So it's hard to live that duality. I don't like to get behind a camera and be fake. That's not me. I'm not fake in real life. I'm not going to play some character and get behind and tug on your guys' nuts and have you follow along. I don't do that shit. I'm just,
Then I'm gonna go back to me.
Yeah, and Harry Cole is always him, yeah. So, I like to be upfront where I'm getting at, to be brutally honest with you guys, and, to bring you guys quality content about cannabis. And if something's bullshit, I'm going to tell you. If we're sponsored and we get garbage products, I'm not going to sit there and tell you, we're sponsored right now and, we got products. So if I get one of them products and it's bullshit, I'm not going to be like, yeah, guys, you should go buy this. And if you're asking me comments in the comments section, like, are these kits good, or is this good, or is that good? And I think it's bullshit. I'm going to tell you, because that, to me, my integrity and my truths are worth more than any amount of money, and that's how we started this. Me and Harry made that agreement between each other. No matter what type of check was written, no matter what money, no matter what happened, we will never be guided by that. We will never be bound by just a dollar sign. It's to get out passion and truth about the plant, and knowledge, maybe even about other things. And that's what we hope to bring with this live stream, is just talking about other things, so you guys can get to know us as people. Because I know a lot of people, I know me, I've been watching YouTube for years, and I love nothing more than to get outside of the content and see the creators as people, and see who I'm watching, know what type of person's videos am I liking. I like to know that. And I thank you guys too, because I mean, one of your guys's, request was what mats my dreads. You wanted to know what the hell pisses me off. Well, you're going to have a lot of those episodes, and trust me, if it wasn't just oriented around cannabis, oh, there would be hundreds of those episodes, dude.
A few what mats my dreads that we couldn't release because they just went a little too hard for the YouTube's Barney ratings.
Yeah, I gotta say, guys, and I'm going to keep it very cupcake. I did one about how I feel about, YouTube as a whole, about the type of content and some of the creators that they allow on their platform. And, I used a lot of those algorithm words that they don't like. Yeah. They're referring to shitty people, not anything too hardcore, guys. So don't be, getting misconceptions. Yeah. So, it was about shitty people.
It was a lot of F-bombs, I feel.
Yeah, there was a lot of F-bombs, and because I'm passionate, guys. I am passionate about what I bring to the table, what I tell you guys. I want to make sure it's 100%. And, I feel like I'm working on a platform sometimes that really allows negative, vulgar creators to, really flourish, and they shouldn't even be on there because of the type of people they are. And, I got angry about that, guys, and there was just a couple episodes I pushed push that envelope, I guess is the best way to put it, a little too hard. And I got a hold of Harry the next day after we shot. I'm like, yeah, don't put that up, man. Yeah,
a couple times there's a few of them that was just like, yeah, I'll just delete that.
Yeah, they just went simply too hard for YouTube. And I mean, don't think it was, radical or anything,
We don't want to get strikes or lose. Something dumb.
Yeah. And there's a lot of key words and phrases, and
it bothers me so much that we're changing words around, because what happens in 20 years or, say 40 years, I don't know how long it will take.
Fucking forever.
That word, whatever word we replace it with, is going to become the offensive word, because it's going to become the primary word and not, the secondary word to the thing. And once that happens, what are we going to do? Change the word again? It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, and they let up a lot of people on, and what we're hinting at is what kind of people, so you guys can get a clear idea of what I went hard on, is people like Cyrax. If you don't know who Cyrax is, or why everybody hates him on YouTube, go check it out. There's a lot of these lol cows and horror cows, and they're that type of people. There's people like Johnny Elbows, there's people like Cyrax, there's people like Nova, and that's what I'm referring to. I went too hard on.
Yeah.
And I said a lot of those key words that should be able to not offend people. They don't offend people, but it offends YouTube's algorithm.
Have you heard about the crazy stuff going on over across the pond in Britain?
No, what the hell's going on in Britain?
With their politics are so crazy right now, you can get arrested for causing somebody anxiety online. So if you repost something on like Facebook that could cause somebody anxiety, and this is a repost, you didn't make it, you just saw it, maybe you thought it was funny, so you reposted it, but it caused somebody else anxiety, the police could come to your house and arrest you. Whoa. And we were this close that happening here in America, this close, guys.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if that were to happen in America, that would be the day that there would be so many people in prison, it would be insane then, or in jail, I mean, because God, there's a lot of content that's just crazy anymore. And not
Yeah,
to,
I'm glad it didn't go down that way, man.
yeah, yeah,
That's
me too, me too.
crazy.
I gotta say, because you look at it, man, in the overall case, it's just like, yes, Google was bought by YouTube, and then they really powder puff things. And then I've heard so many people that watch so many content, or so many different types of content, not even content like the content we create, but they watch different content, and it's really become a sterile environment. They said, it's not as entertaining. Some things in YouTube's algorithm, I understand why they went away. Like, you don't want hate speech, you don't want bullying, you don't want people to go delete themselves from Minecraft because people are bullying them and stuff. I had to use that as a metaphor, guys. I hope you know what the hell I was talking about.
The
But
hardcore Minecraft.
yeah, so I understand some things, but growing a fucking plant, guys, come the fucking one, man. Cussing. I mean, I'm an adult. You're an
Well,
adult.
I mean, I could
Like,
see with an excessive amount of cussing, if you're just like every other word, you're dropping F bombs and all the other words in between. But, if it's just like, if it's done for a reason, because you're trying to emphasize something, like because of the passion or because of like a certain reason to
yeah.
express that anger, then that makes sense. But if it's just being used loosely, then I get it. That's just too much.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, there's a time and place for everything, But I mean, YouTube, you guys really, or the company really needs to chill out on this stuff, because it's like, man, you're really stifling people's, ability to make content for people. People get tired of watching the damn movies. They get tired of watching Netflix and all this shit. So they go to YouTube. Some people search and watch content mostly for people that are like them. If you find content creators, you have something either in common with them, or you may be like them in certain aspects, or you may like them just for these reasons and hope to, achieve what they've achieved or this or that. And, they really stifle that. They shit all over it, just because you're trying to find yourself in a community or yourself within a creator. And, I found a bunch of different creators I like personally. Some channels are lower views. Yeah, I tend to like the underdogs, man. I gotta say, I'm not out there watching Mr. Beast and all this shit. It's just not my type of content. No hate toward the people that like him. I have no problem with him as a person or whatever. I don't care either way, but it's just not, doesn't float my boat. But, I do watch lower content or lower subscribers, lower view rate content because I enjoy it, man. I do watch a little bit higher too, you know. I guess. See, there's a lot of stuff I watch. I watch LolCow Live. There's a lot of different LolCows I like watching because it's just funny. They're interesting human beings that do all this weird, goofy shit. Like, if you guys have never heard of the World of T-shirts, you should really watch a few of his videos. He's ate the fuck up, man. He does some funny shit. And it's the same way with this guy named Joshua Saunders. He's named Boglum. And, if you don't know what a Boglum is, go look it up on YouTube. I promise you'll be entertained in one way or another. You'll have to be, because it's some ate up content. But, I watched that. I ain't gonna lie. I watched all the Angry Grandpa. I watched the Kid Behind the Camera. I watched, because Michael's cool, Bridget's cool, Angry Grandpa's cool. That shit's funny, even though he died. Rest in peace, Angry Grandpa. Like, you were an OG legend in the YouTube world. I've heard of Wings of Redemption. He has a gaming channel. He's a LolCow. There's Boogie2988. He's a LolCow. But I also watch a lot of weed tubers too. I used to watch Kimmy Tan until, hers became a little more, makeup and clothes and female stuff oriented. It used to be about cannabis. Yeah, she switched, and I'm just like, nah. And then there's Koala Puffs. So, I watched hers because she's a goofy, eccentric character. She's really cool. I watched Dope as Yola for years, until, it really became a lot of HHC products. And I'm just, it's just not my vibe. I'm not hating on the guy by far. I think it's great what he did for the cannabis community, but I'm just not into HHC products or, trying to be sold them. It's just, I'd rather smoke organic weed products personally. And, there's a lot of other ones like Lex Blazer. Lex Blazer was great. He stopped making videos because of YouTube's age restrictions. But I mean, he was really, knowledgeable on cannabis at the time. There was Jane Dro, and Jane Dro had hundreds of videos. And now I think there's only 7, like the YouTube algorithm. Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, I went to watch a few of them just for old school, nostalgia shits and giggles, but they removed that. And, you got Liger that covers a lot of these people and the drama that usually happens in the weed tube community. And there ain't a lot. I mean, we're stoners, It's not like we're all raging alcoholics trying to beat each other's asses. Yeah, so there ain't a lot of drama that pops off in the community. Especially, yeah, which is great. Yeah, I'm very thankful for that. I'm not about that drama and that life. That's one thing you're not going to see in this channel is a bunch of yelling, screaming, breaking shit. Well, you might see some breaking shit. Yeah. Yeah, unless it's a skit, but you might see breaking shit, but not out of bad taste, just out of comedical purposes or whatever. So, it's just stuff like that. But, I wish they'd stop, man. YouTube used to be great. I loved it. And, I still do. I watch it each and every day. I tune in. Why can't I talk? Damn cookies.
Yeah, I just think, I grew up with TV as the babysitter, so I watched a lot of shows, a lot of TV, a lot of movies, and I really like cinema. But it's hard to apply even a quarter of what they do, just like on cable to YouTube, because cable somehow is more extreme than what YouTube wants to allow. And we're talking about PG-13 cable here. It's more extreme than what YouTube allows. So they need to figure that out, because you can't make cool, interesting shows or content with those kinds of ratings.
Let me give you an insight. Exactly, dude. And I mean, following that up, we did a video on how to make a budget grow, because we understand not everybody can afford the equipment me and Harry have. Not everybody can afford this or that. I fucking get it. Trust me. But we try to do a budget video to show you guys how to, buy a tent and all the equipment you need to grow some fire ass weed at home with cheaper. But they age restricted that. Nowhere did it show cannabis or anything why they should age restricted it. Yeah. Also showed another video.
That's dangerous, man.
Yeah.
It might fall on you and suffocate.
I guess, what happens if you zip your cat up in it or some stupid shit? Yeah, that's what they act like, man.
It's gonna become Schrodinger's tent.
It become Cat Dora, man. Not Pandora.
No,
it's Cat Dora.
Schrodinger's cat, right?
Yeah.
Cat in the bottom. It's Schrodinger's tent.
What the fuck? But dude,
I'm probably saying that wrong. I'm too stoned.
Oh, you're good, man. But yeah, we did another video where it updated my tent back in there, and it was just showing you all the bells and whistles, the panel, the thermoforge, the this and that. And we were showing and explaining the devices in short, and then we later on did videos about it. They shit on that. And then I just recently did a freaking 2025 where I was updating you guys, trying to tell you guys about Munchie Mondays, and we're going to be making some kick-ass food, barbecue chicken, galaxy candy, blueberry cheesecake cookies, all sorts of shit. We have our first episode coming up next. Here soon, I would say, yeah. And they just wouldn't have it. And then what they do is when you drop your content, they'll age restrict it, and then later on you'll appeal it, and then they'll relift it, but they won't push that content out. So if that shit got 17 views when it was age restricted, that's what it remains at, because they don't give a fuck. It's like, goddamn, man. God damn, that's all I can say about the algorithm.
It is complicated. It's a complicated task.
Yeah, me and Harry bitch about it at least once a week. at least once a week. If not, we're texting each other bitching about it. I mean, it's just an ongoing bitch fest between me and him, dude. I mean, to be honest, because it's hard, man.
It's a noodle scratch, but
It
you go
is.
to work trying to create content, and you realize, well, I have to kind of be choosy on the wording and how things are presented and
Yeah.
said, and then that you might have a vision in your head how things could look one way, but in reality, it can only look this way because YouTube won't allow it to look this way.
Yeah, yeah, and if I say this here, then they'll age restrict it, and it's like you gotta tiptoe and dance around it. So, we're not going to bore you guys too much with bitching about this stuff. It's just it's hard, and realize that, guys, it's not easy. It's very aggravating because you got to build an LLC, basically like a company off the shit. And if you can't build a company or a brand or merchandise, then, YouTube isn't going to necessarily push your shit.
I did make a stoner board game. I have to print it out, I have to get some things. Ink's expensive. But I gotta get some odds and ends. But I did make a stoner board game that involves either a joint or a bowl. Everybody would have their own. And I don't want to go too depths in detail. I don't want nobody stealing my idea, but yeah, it's just a little fun game that you could play that involves Bird and Bud and playing a fun competitive game with your friends.
Yeah, and it'll definitely be on the channel, and it'll be something we'll be making a video, yep, soon as we get it constructed, and then you guys will know the full details of it. Until then, we don't want to throw it out into the ethos there, and, until it's completely physical.
That'd be a cool thing. I can't wait
Yeah.
to finally do it. It won't be hard once I have the materials. I'll just have to throw it together and then test it out, see how it plays.
Yeah, yeah. I can't believe it though. We've been doing this for what, 2 years now?
Yeah.
Going on 2 years, we've been on YouTube, and it has been quite the ride, Canna family. We've done a lot of different videos. We've done a lot of different strand reviews. We've done a lot of different cart
What would you
reviews.
say your favorite one was this year?
Strand review or
Just all the videos.
oh man, that's a hard question. Fuck. Man.
I know what mine is. It's really easy.
You go with yours first, man, since you know. Give me time to think.
Mine's just one word. You ready?
Yep.
Chicken pizza taco.
Chicken pizza taco.
So much fun.
You know that shit we were joking about earlier? Swear to God, for a minute.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You're saying no.
But I was like, oh.
Taco.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, that little short that I did. It was like they age restricted it, of course, but it's like a
Yeah.
movie trailer bit. I thought it was funny.
It is. Shit. I would have to say one of my favorites is the boutique review. I like these little devices. They're really good, yeah. A second one I'd have to say was the gummy maker. The gummy maker, easy gummy maker, because I made, obviously everything's so much easier as far as, creating your own edibles and stuff. So the easy gummy maker is something you got to have. And if you have the easy gummy maker, you definitely need the easy butter maker because they go hand in hand. You make the infused coconut oil and then you take the infused coconut oil and make your infused gummies.
Yeah.
So they really do go hand in hand. Let me see. I gotta say the least favorite. What was your least favorite episode?
Honestly, my least favorite episodes are those episodes that are highly demanding in B-roll, and then I go and try to find said B-roll, and it doesn't exist anywhere online, and I can't create it, at my house, and I'm just sitting there going, what am I supposed to do with this?
Yeah, like what the fuck do I do?
Start playing around with different words, and different ideas, and I don't know.
I gotta say, mine was, fuck, the least favorite episode. I don't know. I'm going to have to go with this will bring in a new topic. I'm going to have to go with the AC and panel, infinity panel video.
Yes,
Yeah, just because, man,
it's complicated.
yeah, to put simply, yeah.
Well, okay, so if you're trying to control everything manually from the device itself, it is a little bit complicated. If you're controlling everything through your phone,
Yeah,
it's a lot simpler, but you
yeah.
have to have everything hooked up right. If you don't hook everything up right into your device, then you'll end up with complications and problems and things just won't work right for you.
And that's me right here because I already had stuff growing when I bought this tent. So I had to immediately take my plant, my autoflowers, and put it under that light. And I had no time to properly set. Then I was so excited about the next set that I got a couple things right, and the rest was still all fucked up. And, I had to keep doing it. So, and then I had to read the manuals, and I still have to reset it. Because right now it's reading everything as the Thermaforge. And I'm just like, what the fuck, man? And that's because I didn't unplug the system and plug it in like I was supposed to. I always get ahead of myself because it's like I'm so passionate just to get in the garden and start growing. There was a short period of my life, like 4 years, I could not grow weed because of the little apartment area I was in. Now I moved to a larger apartment. I got a huge room that's just all dedicated to growing because I could not grow those 4 years. And it put a hole in my soul, ladies and gentlemen. I love nothing more than waking up every day and seeing them beautiful cannabis plants swaying in the LED light. It just made my day. It's like, damn, I did that, and those look beautiful, and it just took that sunshine out of my soul for about 4 years, man. And now that I did it, it's just like, man, I don't care about this panel. I don't give a fuck. I just want, I want to grow weed, man. I miss doing it. And I did it for years and years, man. And I did it without panels and automated features, but they are nice to have. And, they're great to applicate to your grow once you get it. And it is a very, overwhelming system. Even the Thermaforge is a little slightly complicated. The panel is, AC Infinity is lab equipment essentially. It's lab growing equipment. So, I mean, it's very expensive. It's very high quality. It's really good equipment as long as you know how to applicate that equipment to your grow. And it took me a while to learn all of this stuff. I already knew how to grow and all the tips, tricks, nutrients, this, that, the other that we do videos on for you guys. I already knew all this stuff. It was just.
Electronics.
Yeah, I hate electronics
I like
sometimes.
electronics.
He loves them. So you can see why, how this even began as a YouTube channel. I mean, essentially, man. He was the character. I was the character. He loved electronics. I hate electronics, but I like being in front of the camera. I don't have no problem with it. And then eventually, after about almost a year and a half, we got Harry in front of the camera.
Took me a little longer.
Yeah.
Being behind the camera.
Yep, Harry likes being behind the camera and in the background. And I
A
like
little
it.
dark space. It's nice.
Yeah. And the fact that, man, he started, being in front of the camera and doing, shorts and stuff, I was like, hell yeah, man, go Harry. I mean, for real, you're fucking nailing it, man. Some of those got some higher views, man. You guys like when, a lot of us, when we're in front of the camera, me and Harry, and we're just telling you guys different things and updating you guys seem to really like that. It gets the most views.
And you were going on a good topic there. I don't want to lose the thought and go past it. So you were talking about growing and your adventure on growing. So I grew plants long ago, and I always wanted to grow cannabis. I've always really wanted to grow it, but it was always like illegal to grow. So it was like I can't really grow this plant because it takes so much to grow it, and I would hate to like grow a bunch of plants and then have cops take them all away, or lose all my equipment and I have all my whole life uprooted because I wanted to grow some plants. So I
Yeah.
would study it, and I studied it, and I studied it, and I would grow other plants. I grew morning glories, tomatoes, and cucumbers, ornamental grasses, and other vining plants like there's just crazy names that they had, but there's tons of different plants that I would grow and study, and
Yeah.
clones and all kinds of different things. But it was only till recently where I was actually able to like grow cannabis. And of course, we've been doing this channel. Of course, even before this channel, I would study weed and how it was grown and all the different steps and all the equipment. But a lot of the stuff I studied too came from like older books, so I still had good information, but it was a lot of older information. But yeah, now that it's legal and there's all this free flowing information about it, and we can actually just grow, it's the Gorilla Cookies was one of my like first serious grows, and it's like, what'd you think about that for my first grow? Let me know down in the comments below.
Yeah,
You know,
I think it turned out damn good for his first grow, to be honest, from somebody
now
that's been growing for years.
I've never grown autoflowers before because back in the day, autoflowers were laughable. Now they're not.
Yeah, they've
So,
really, yeah. For those of you who think they're less potent, they're this and that, no, they're not. No, they're not. They have honed them genetics in to be high potency, really big yielding, everything. There's an auto flower to fit every need and tint, trust me. And they are quite well. I used to hate them, to be
I've
honest. I used to think they were gimmicky,
I've
but now I absolutely love them.
I've never grown them before, so this like photo periods. I did you see the Gorilla Cookies? Did you see the updated short on that? It looks really amazing. Now I've never grown these autoflowers, and I was trying to just I had a projection in my mind how it would go, and then it did something else. So now that I know they kind of can do that, I know I have to watch the plant and just kind of see what it's doing and move as it moves, and not try to predict its move like what you could do with photo periods.
Yeah.
Photo periods, it doesn't flower until you change that light.
Yeah,
These autoflowers, they just do whatever they want.
yeah, to be honest, ultimately autoflowers is a different beast than photoperiod. They are a lot more sensitive and susceptible to stresses and different things in the environment. You got to be a little more intricate and particular. So it does take some, knowledge and some time with these type of particular plants in order to get their habits and their particular growing schedules, and the ways you can trim them, what you can't do, because you can stress them, but there's certain things you can't do, like mainlining, for instance. You can't do mainline the stalk, you can't monster crop it, really. um,
Maybe some autoflowers you could, but not all of them.
Maybe, yeah. Scorpions out.
So
It
I
was
feel like I've
banging on
seen
the
people
glass.
do crazy stuff with autoflowers on videos. I feel like I have, but it's probably particular cultivars that could handle that kind of stress.
Yeah, yeah, I must say. And, I'm sure they've trained them to a degree to be, less stressed at this particular point. Um, but I don't know. Everybody always knocks auto flowers and says they're not the best, they're less potent. No, they're not, man. No, they're not. You got to do your research, not being rude or nothing, but they have really honed in the potency, the terpenes, the
Like
coloration,
that one I
the,
did,
you know.
Big Banana.
Yeah, yeah. That big banana. Now, autos are only supposed to be small little plants. A lot of people don't want that. I'm 6'1", and this thing was taller than me. So it was about 6'4", six
It didn't,
five.
it didn't fit in your tent anymore.
Yeah, it didn't fit my tent. My tent was 6'8". So it was almost about a 7 foot, autoflower. And I did all that just with certain techniques. And, the buds I feel like could have been a little denser. I just, I had a lot of things. Like I said, that was the grow. I jumped right into growing into things, and I didn't have my tent set up at the time. So, I had to take that plant out, finish flowering, and, continue a whole nother grow while I was shooting content. So there was a lot of things going in that grow room, and there always is. Me and Harry's always busy. Either he's filming, editing, or
If you want to be a grower, just know that your work has just begun, and it will never be over.
Yeah, yeah. You got to really love what you do, guys, because it is costly at the end of the day. There, you have to have a budget for it. You know, your initial setup's going to cost you a lot. You know, it's just, damn.
We've been at it all
Yeah,
day.
we've been at it all day,
About
guys. I'm
5
sorry.
peanut butter cookies later.
Yeah, and we've eaten a lot of edibles, man. Been filming for about 8, 9 hours now. So, but anyway, you got to know what you're doing, and you know your initial setups. You know, as long as you know what you're getting, you can make your initial setup not as expensive. But it is genuinely, yeah, expensive, especially if you're getting all AC Infinity like we did. If you guys aren't familiar with that, just Google AC Infinity and look up some of their parts. They have an air conditioner that goes to their tent that's $700 fucking dollars.
Yeah, I
You
get
know,
that.
yeah, yeah. And check this out. I'll let you guys know if you need an air conditioner for your grow tent, you can find them $280 to $320. Like, you know, there are cheaper options that'll fit any
Like
grow
garden
tent.
AC.
Yeah, garden AC. Yeah, it's called a garden AC. Don't look up air conditioner, look up like a garden AC. But so yeah, I mean, there you have your initial cost, and not to mention your genetics. Let's get into that. Some seeds can be $7, some can be 14, some 26, some 46. I have a seed in there right now that's like $48. It's by Barney's Farm, and it's blueberry runts muffins.
Nice.
Yeah, and then it's a photo period, and
Beware of those $7 seeds.
yeah, 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 guys, don't be getting them budget seeds. They're budget bullshit. I'll tell you that. They are budget bullshit.
You're gonna
Yeah,
grow a plant like
you're
this.
going to get a plant like I got 3 plants this big with a bud on top of it, and I grew it perfect. Didn't
That's a $7 plant.
yeah, that's your $7 plant. You get a whole not even $7 worth of weed off the
Get a
motherfucker.
whole eighth off that sucker.
Yeah.
All $7 worth.
Yeah. I mean, you couldn't even do these in a red solo cup, man. Like, they just wouldn't even peek over the top. You just see the fuzzy part of the bud out the top of the cup. They were fucking pathetic. They were ice cream cake by Herbie's or some
I
shit.
thought that was the Skittles.
Yeah, it was them damn Skittles. They gave me those fuckers for free out of my order, and I'm like, no wonder why they gave me them for free. They fucking suck.
These
Like,
are terrible. They're like, give them away for free. Okay.
yeah, you get 5 free seeds with your order.
Well
Cool.
played, they're free.
Yeah, taste the rainbow, motherfucker. They suck. Zittles.
You get a
Is
little
what
bit.
strand.
You just get a little bit. little bit of rainbow.
Yeah. God damn, I got so much rainbow it blasted out of my ass like a unicorn, man. Like shit. I had 4 fucking plants that were about not even as tall as this damn water bottle, guys. And fucking, they had a little popcorn bud on top of it. Like about a 2 gram bud is all they grew. So I got about like 8 grams of bud off 4 little plants. And I'm like, man, this shit is bullshit. Like, yeah. But if you guys want like quality seeds, man, I highly suggest like Jungle Boys, Barney's Farm, Queen, Royal Queen seeds. That's my favorite, one of my favorite places. Barney's Farm and Royal Queen and Herbie's seeds. Just don't buy Herbie's cheap seeds because they're fucking bullshit. I'm going to be honest with you. They are garbage. You know, I got some ice cream cakes that weren't too bad. I got some
I like 42 Fast Buds.
42 Fast Buds. They really take off. They live up to their name. So if you're wondering about that, like how fast are they? They're about 60, 70 days.
The Gorilla Cookies, that's a photo period, is a fast flower from 42 Fast Buds.
42 Fast Buds. Yeah,
And
yeah.
I cloned it. I monster cropped it.
The strawberries, guys, was 42 Fast Buds. The banana auto was not. Those were Royal Queen. And that's about all I got grown on the channel so far, I believe. I don't think I grew anything else
Yeah,
so far. Yeah, no.
I'm still growing the first seed I popped.
Yeah, yeah, you are. You monster cropped that bitch and grew another one, re-vegged it, and
Yeah, it looks awesome.
yeah, looks like a little bush.
I wish I had a bigger tent to live in.
It's cool because it's like a genetic copy of the big bush it came from. It's just a little giggle bush. Yeah.
Yeah, but the problem with that tent is so many. There's so many problems with that little tent. I'm making it work the best I can in there.
It's hard to grow in a little ass space, man.
It really
Like
is.
I'm a big dude and I need room to move in my tent. That's why I always bought bigger tents because I can't function. I'll be pulling out cords and knocking shit over, and I'm like fucking bull in a china shop, man. I need a bigger tent for
You're,
my big ass.
you're like, I got it. You go in there, break everything. You're like, I don't know what's wrong with your plate. I gotta
Yeah.
go.
Like, can you help me with my grill? Oh, yeah. Why is it broken half? I fell on the motherfucker.
Because it's a 2 by 2 by 3 tent. This is too small. Get a bigger tent.
Yeah, what was wrong with my plant? You need a bigger tent. My ass can't fit in there.
Yeah, yeah. The plants do get big, and I think that the medium it's really important to have a cubic foot of space in the dirt. And that's really like 2 gallons of soil per month of growth. So you look at how many months that plant's going to grow, and then you think, you want about 2 gallons of soil for each month of growth. So even a 5 gallon pot's kind of cutting it short, but that's about enough soil in that 5 gallon pot.
Yeah, foot of cubic dirt per month. Pretty much. And it'll help you with your growth rate.
Now, if you're having like a photo period that does 7 or 9 months, I mean, you might want like a 15 or 25 gallon pot.
That is true.
So it has plenty of space to stretch out and get bigger.
That is true. That is true. I mean, yeah, it all depends your grow, your setup, what you got going on.
And
I mean,
space.
yeah, your
Oh,
space and your budget, and there's a lot of things that all go into this. Oh shit. Water bottle down.
there's a lot. And then every time you think like, all right, I don't need anything else, it's like,
Oh
smack,
my
guess what? You need
god,
this other
dude.
thing too.
Bro, is it, man? God, I thought I was done after a $2,500 investment, and fuck me, was I wrong. I still
Well,
need about
and that's the thing with
$300 worth of shit.
going bigger tent. The bigger you go with that tent, the more expensive it's going to cost.
Yeah, yeah. I learned that the hard ways, ladies and gentlemen. Because prior beforehand, I had a tent and I was just going to replace my light because my lighting was sucked.
Just like,
Yeah, just the light, and that alone was going to cost me $400. And you know, after that, it was going to be like basically, it was going to get what, a tent and a new light. So I was just going to get that shit, and basically, after getting that shit, it was just going to be that's it. So, long story short, guys, I'm stoned as fuck. I got sidetracked, but I just needed a new tent, new light. I ended up spending $400 on my light that you see in there every video, and $400 on the tent. Not to mention $100 on the panel, $150 on the thermoforge, $160 for the carbon intake outtake filter. I don't even know how much in nutrients. Like I could go on, and I'm not trying to.
expensive.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be egotistical here or flex on anybody or whatever. But I'm just saying I accidentally bought something that cost me a lot of money because AC Infinity does not make shit that goes with their tent outside of their company. So if you buy a dehumidifier or a humidifier, that shit ain't gonna
Well,
work.
well, actually, they do have a plug. I thought that you can plug other equipment to, but it'll click it on and off. So if you have some equipment that you can program to be at a certain spot when it kicks on, you could
Not
have.
that I seen.
I swear I saw something like that.
No,
Maybe
they
it's for something else.
yeah, because they have an AI panel. That's the newest thing they've done, which is
Well, I,
interesting.
I, I thought they had some kind of thing that's like it's not a timer, but it's like basically an interceptor, right?
Yeah.
And then you can set it, you can plug it into your controller, and then you can program that to be like, say you have an AC hooked up to it, you can program it to be an AC, and then set your AC to cool. You need it to be cooler, so you set it to cool, and when it gets so warm in there, the AC, this thing will trigger as the AC and it will cool down your tent, even if it's
Uh,
not AC Infinity. I'm sure I saw something like that because I looked at all their products to see what they had.
No shit.
I go through everything. I spent hours on different websites, just observing what.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, I've been on AC Infinities like religiously.
And I swear I saw something like that works to where you can use other equipment, but if you're using like cheap equipment, it's not going to work as well because that cheap equipment doesn't have programmable settings or knobs or
Yeah,
ways
no.
you can make it so when it clicks on, it's where it needs to be.
Yeah, so I mean, essentially, in the long run, you can't just buy an AC Infinity and slap any type of equipment in there and make it cheaper. You
It's
really
not going
can't.
to be easy. It's not going to be
No,
quick.
no, it's going to be a pain in
It's
the
going to be more
ass.
expensive and complicated.
And it's
Unless
going to
you
be hard to balance that fucking shit out. I mean, it really is. So you got all those problems you're going to deal with, and you got to have the money for it. So I jumped into a money pit, is where I'm getting at. So, luckily that, my tent does provide content. It does help. And I know to some of you guys it may be boring. To some of you guys, you really like it. You seem to like the videos every day. It gets a fluctuation of views, but we keep you updated on the grow just to show you guys. But, you guys can constantly see that plant from germination to flower period. And it's just a cool transition, cool little video thing we do from beginning to end just through our shorts. Now they've extended the shorts to 3 minutes and we can tell you a little more instead of cramming a bunch of shit into 1 minute.
It was hard
So,
to say everything
God.
in a minute.
No shit. It was like you had to chug a keg of fucking coffee and just be like, bah, 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 bah. Like, I don't talk like that, normally, man. My mouth's dry, but I don't talk like that normally.
I think what they did with the
You know?
shorts, it made it a little bit more complicated. I won't lie, to get my shorts uploaded, it might take me 2 or 3 hours in the morning now. But it's really cool that I can chop things up and I can do those time lapses with the plant now. That's really cool. And
God damn, it takes 2, 3 hours to do some fucking shorts.
there's so many settings, and I edit everything.
Oh,
If you look at a
okay.
lot of my stuff, it's like,
Yeah.
I take the videos, I edit the videos, I add text a lot of times, I dub it, I add
Yeah.
music. That's a lot of
Okay.
stuff to do for a minute's video. Even though
That.
it's a minute, I'm doing a lot of different things.
God damn.
So yeah, it takes me a long time to
Yeah.
bust all that stuff out when I wake up.
Yeah, that's true, man. It takes me a while to wake the fuck up anyway, so yeah, I feel it. I mean, sometimes I do it early in the morning. I'll put out a short for the Canna family to check out and see the, update of the grow. Sometimes I have to wake up and have things going on. I can't do it till around afternoon time, put it out, but either way, it gets out. Here recently, I've been sick. Thank you guys again, man, for all the best wishes, man. Much love. I appreciate you guys. I'm still like a little sinusy and stuff, but I'm feeling a lot better. Just a little tired because those edibles are kicking in, and like I said, we've been filming for about 9 hours now. We go hard with it, and it is a
Every
Monday morning.
Monday,
Yeah,
Munchy Monday.
yeah, it's a munchy Monday. So, and all the munchy Mondays mean we're stoned off our ass on edibles. So just know when we say it's munchy Monday time, we're fucking gone already. you know? But that's every time we film. It's been a ritual thing, man. We just get super baked. We do videos, and we just hope you guys enjoy them. We hope YouTube don't shit on them too much, and we see you guys do like them. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's cool. I gotta say, you see, people like our plants. They think they're beautiful. People do like our content as a whole. They like, we give them grow advice, we give them device advice on their disposables and all this shit. I mean, we're not really an advice channel, but since we know about this shit so much, we'll definitely help you guys out. We have no problem with that. Just jump in the comment section, down below of this video or any other video, ask a question. In about a day or so, I'll answer you. Probably that day, honestly.
I know live streams are weird though with the comments, aren't they?
Yeah.
Live streams. This live stream's kind of screwed because I forgot that power cord to the computer, so we don't have OBS.
Yeah, we have no way.
We'll have OBS running.
Yeah, we'll have OBS running, and we'll have our laptops to be able to answer questions, and
It'll be better.
yeah, I gotta say. But yeah, we just wanted to do this live stream, Can of Family, to show you guys that we're doing Munchie Monday, to bitch a little bit and rant and vent about how hard it is to be a Can creator sometimes in this space that YouTube just seems to stifle and shit on your creativity. And we just wanted time to bond with you guys, man. Here's some things you guys had to say, but Harry forgot the damn cord. But it's
Yeah,
all
this one
it's all
part.
good.
It was a lot of stuff, man.
Yeah, he does. He grabs like bags full of shit, and we pick him up, and then we come here and we set up everything, and we set up all the lights and the cameras, and I clean the area and do the, I guess, scene setup or the set setup, and he sets up all the equipment, and then we get it going
Test
for you
it.
guys. Yeah, we test it, of
Test
course.
everything.
Yeah, because we've had a couple live streams. I'd say this is the first live stream we've had, guys, that isn't ass, because of the audio for one
It
reason.
should be good. We tested it. It
Yeah.
sounded really good on the playback.
Yeah, so hopefully you guys can hear us, and everything's going good. We do have another live stream where we dressed up as a giant. I dressed up as a giant blunt. Harry Cola dressed up as a giant hairy joint, and we just did the live stream. But we weren't sure if we were live. It was when we were first doing it. You can see that we have live streams. We'll have a lot more, Can of Family, but we just wanted to do this and shoot this for you guys. It is getting late in our part of the world where we're at, and we have been at it for 9 hours. And any more I talk, I'm probably just going to go in circles of the same shit I've already said.
Right.
So I'm stoned off my ass and tired as fuck. But as always, guys, this is Harry Cola. I'm Dustin from Two Buds in a Jar, and we'll see you guys next stream. We have more content coming, so stay tuned. Much love, guys.
Are we clear?
No, I don't know how to end the live stream.
You're like, are we clear? No.
Hell no.
We got some comments.
Well, we do have comments.
Howdy. Hype. I got tuned in. What's in the tank?
What's in the
I
tank?
don't know how you respond on here. I have no idea.
We can't because we don't have the computer, unfortunately.
That's dumb. Oh yeah, I guess that'll be a video. What's in the tank?
Yeah.
We'll make a video about it, guys. Dude, you have to do a short about what's in the tank.
Oh. Well, how do you end the live stream?
Hold